We also have with us, all right, Bharat of Angel Broking. Bharat, good to have you on the show. Of course, Gaurang was saying these are excellent set of numbers and have really surprised the street with these kind of numbers. Were you expecting 15.8% in terms of margins from Hero MotoCorp in second quarter and the profits of 772 crore rupees? What really went right for Hero MotoCorp in this quarter, according to you, Bharat?
Hi. As we know, as we've seen, the numbers have definitely been better than what the street was estimating for Hero MotoCorp. There was a marginally better performance on the margin front, according to me, and the company has been guiding of a good, EBITDA kind of a margins in the last quarter. Also, they mentioned that the cost control initiatives which the company has been undertaking under the program or LEAP would result in better margins. Also, as far as the seasonality is concerned, the quarter two this time around the festive season has been delayed. So in quarter two, the advertising and the marketing expenses of the company is on the lower side, which the management was guiding previously as well. So adding up the two initiatives, the cost control program under the LEAP, plus the lower advertising and marketing expenses has, according to me, helped the company to deliver a slightly better than expected performance.
That's right. It looks like better profits and profitability for Hero MotoCorp and not so much of a volume play. Let's go straight across to Yatin Mota, our in-house expert on the auto sector as well. Yatin, what are you making of those numbers? What are those finer details that you have with you?
Well, it's a very strong quarter for Hero Honda, given the fact that Hero MotoCorp's second quarter volumes declined by nearly 7%. And despite that 7% decline in the volumes, they have been able to post a surprise on the operating front. But let me take you to the top line, which has come in at 6,837 crores versus a level of 6,915 crores on a year-on-year basis. Of course, that is a decline of nearly 2 percentage points on a year-on-year basis. But look at the operating performance. Absolute EBITDA coming in at almost 1,100 crores versus a figure of 930 crores, which is almost a double-digit jump coming in on a year-on-year basis. If you look at the margins also, they have come in at a level of 15.8% versus our ET Now poll of 14.4%. And remember, this 14.4% margin that we were anticipating takes into account all the benefits on the commodity front and also the savings on the marketing front. So despite that adjustment, we have seen margins zooming versus the street expectations, and profits also coming in almost 50 crores higher than expectations at 772 crores. So clearly a very strong quarter for Hero MotoCorp versus the street expectations. And if you look at the management commentary also in the press release, they are quite optimistic of the festive season, and in the second half they are expecting strong show on the back of this festive season. And also the kind of macroeconomic uptick that we are looking at will surely benefit Hero MotoCorp in terms of demand for two-wheelers going forward.
Oh, that's right. Thanks so much for that exhaustive analysis, Yatin. But let me get back to Bharat, who's here with us from Angel Broking. Bharat, what do you make of these numbers? It's definitely not looking like a volume play, but more of profits and profitability push, especially with the margin expansion.
Actually, you're right that the volumes have been under pressure due to the rural slowdown. In fact, the two-wheeler industry as such is facing volume slowdown because of whatever is happening in the rural areas. But then it's commendable that the management, despite the pressure on the revenue front, has been able to deliver a good set of numbers. So definitely the profitability is on the higher side. But the profitability in the second half could be lower because in second half generally the publicity expenses and the marketing expenses tend to go up because of the festive season and the year-end advertising. So possibly margins could taper off in H2, but then that could be compensated by volume recovery, which the company is likely to see once the festive season sets in and the volume starts to pick up.
Right. And do you see a good uptick in the volumes also in this festive season? How are you viewing it, Bharat?
Yeah, second half, the volumes for the company should be on the higher side. We are expecting higher single-digit growth for the company in the festive season. So definitely in H2, the things should improve for the company.
So Bharat, looking at these kind of numbers and with the kind of expansion in margins that we've seen, a good amount of profit, which was a big surprise also, what are you seeing in terms of the stock movement come tomorrow morning? How do you see the stock moving? How much upside are you viewing from here? And does it also call for a re-rating, and by how much?
Definitely, given the good set of numbers, the stock should see a bit of positive reaction in tomorrow's trading session, because the profitability has been 50 crore above, as the earlier speaker pointed out. It's like 50 to 60 crore above the estimate. So definitely, we could see an uptick in the stock in tomorrow's trading session, especially since since the beating has come, since the company has managed to beat the analyst numbers on the operating front. So that's a big positive. Any beat on the operating front is likely to be taken by the markets positively. So definitely we will see a positive reaction on the stock tomorrow.
All right, Bharat, thanks so much for giving us your quick perspective on the numbers that have been delivered by Hero MotoCorp. Thanks, Gaurang, as well as Bharat, for joining us with your quick take on that. So a surprise when it comes to the margins as well as the profits of Hero MotoCorp, and there is a huge amount of upside also expected in Hero MotoCorp stock come tomorrow morning, because these are not the numbers that the street was working with. So it is above what the street was expecting. So margins 15.8%.